Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Hi, I'm Mike Malloy, part of the English faculty here at GHS. Welcome to tonight's, I believe it's our 10th or perhaps our 11th annual Poetry Out Loud competition here at Goffstown High School. We're so glad that you could join us. It's pretty music, do you think? Before we get started, just a bit of housekeeping. It is essential, I say this in my classes too, that you silence your cell phones. Don't put it on silent, not vibrate. I don't want to hear a buzz, and neither do our contestants. Thank you. Also, please, no flash photography. It can be very distracting to our contestants. We will have a time at the end of tonight's competition for photography, so have no fears. The emergency exits are in the usual places too. You can see the signs. In the event of an emergency, you know, the oxygen mask will drop down. We'll all be good. Poetry Out Loud encourages students to learn about great poetry through memorization and recitation. This program helps students master public speaking skills, build self-confidence, and learn about literary history and contemporary life. Since 2005, Poetry Out Loud has grown to reach more than 3 million students and 50,000 teachers from 10,000 schools in every state, Washington, D.C., the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico. In New Hampshire, almost 50 schools participate. Poetry Out Loud uses a pyramid structure that starts at the classroom level. At GHS, classroom winners in almost every English class advance to a preliminary after-school round held last week before English faculty, and the result is tonight's school-wide competition. Tonight's winner goes on to a regional competition to be held at Southern New Hampshire University on February 13th, and then to a state competition slated for March 10th at Legislators Hall in the State House in Concord, and ultimately to the national finals in Washington, D.C. in May. Why am I confident that a GHS student might go there? Well, during the past 3 years, Goffstown High School has had a state runner-up, the state champion, and last year, a state runner-up. I'm really pleased to also announce that we have last year's school champion and state runner-up with us here tonight, Lexi Gordon. And she's agreed to help me MC tonight's competition. So please welcome her to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here. A Poetry Out Loud contest differs in several important ways from judging a poetry slam or original poetry contest. Because Poetry Out Loud contestants recite poems written by others, so it is important that they convey a tone and mood appropriate to the selected work. In Poetry Out Loud, students are trained in the art of recitation according to 5 specific Poetry Out Loud evaluation criteria, which our judges will use in scoring tonight. These criteria are physical presence, voice and articulation, dramatic appropriateness, evidence of understanding, and overall performance.
I would like now, if I could, to introduce tonight's judges. Summer Whitmore is on the mathematics faculty here, but she's in a third year at Goffstown High School. She teaches math, but she started writing poetry in high school, and afterwards spent 3 years touring around the U.S., reading poems in different venues, and living out of her car after she graduated. She says she's still an active writer. She participates in open mics and workshops whenever possible, and this year is sponsoring the school's poetry club, which meets on Wednesday afternoons after school. Sherry Hebert is an attorney who works for the New Hampshire Supreme Court. This is her at least 6th, maybe 7th year judging Poetry Out Loud. She's a longtime lover of poetry and studied oral interpretation of literature in college. She has 2 children who graduated from Goffstown and who introduced her to the wonderful world of poetry slams. In her spare time, she is devoted to perfecting her skill as an amateur classical pianist. Tonight's lead judge, Dr. Marilyn Fenton, is an old hand at GHS. She's an associate professor of education at Southern New Hampshire University. She's retiring her position this year, but will remain active in their doctoral program, helping candidates in the writing and presenting of their doctoral dissertations. For 10 years, she taught English here at Goffstown High School. She's a lover of good books, well-written sentences, and poems that are shared and enjoyed. In addition to the 5 criteria that Lexi read earlier, accuracy is essential to a winning performance tonight. Each panel of judges also includes 1 accuracy judge. It's the first element of a recitation. The most basic task for the student is to keep the poet's language intact for the audience. Tonight's accuracy judge, and I think you've been the accuracy judge now since for 7 or 8 years, however long it's been, is a member of the English faculty here at Goffstown High School, Kurt McDermott. And I think without any further business, we're ready for the first presenter tonight. We will go in the order in which we are in the program here. So we're going to start with Catherine Wentz. Catherine is a sophomore here at Goffstown. She's quite musical. She plays the bass, violin, in the GHS orchestra. In her spare time, she enjoys listening to music and reading her English assignments.
Okay. I will be reciting Sonnet 1 by Sir Philip Sidney. Loving in truth, and fain in verse, my love to show the dear, she might take some pleasure in my pain. Pleasure might cause her read, reading might make her know, knowledge might pity win, and pity grace obtain. I saw fit words to paint the blackest face of woe, studying inventions fine, her wits to entertain. Her wits to entertain, oft turning others' leaves. Can I start again?
Sure.
Okay. Loving in truth, in vain, in feign, in verse, I sought fit words to... Okay,
It's okay, take a second, you're doing
okay,
great.
thank you, sorry.
It's hard to be first.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck, I was last Loving in truth, and feign in verse, my love to show that the dear, she might take some pleasure in my pain. Pleasure might bring her read, reading might make her know, knowledge might pity win, and pity grace attain. I sought fit words to paint the blackest face of woe, studying inventions fine, her wits to entertain. Oft turning others' leaves to see if thence might flow some fresh and fruitful oh my god, sick, okay. Ooh, look at that, okay.
Your last line was oft turning others' leaves to see if thence would flow.
So fresh and fruitful showers upon my sunburnt brain. What do I do with my car right here? Okay. Sunburnt brain. Oh, but words halted forth. Okay, yeah, I don't get it. I don't know.
But words came halting forth, wanting
invention stay. Okay, wanting invention stay. Invention, nature's child, fled, step dame studies blows, and others' feet still seem but strangers in my way. Okay, yeah. No.
Okay, thank you.
It's so hard to go first, especially stand up here in front of your peers and in parents and friends and family. So let's give another round of applause for Catherine. Next, we're going to have Patrick Mannion. Patrick is a sophomore who plays on a New England volleyball team and is a student here at GHS. He is a member of the Student Council in the role of treasurer and enjoys volunteering at the Villager Nursing Home and in the New Boston Library. He will represent Goffstown this year at the annual hobby conference. Patrick.
Drowning in Wheat by John Kinsella. They'd been warned on every farm that playing in the silos would lead to death. You sink in wheat, slowly. And the more you struggle, the worse it gets. You'll see a rat sail past your face, nimble on its turf, and then you'll disappear. In there, hard work has no reward. So it became a kind of test to see how far they could sink without needing a rope to help them out. But in the midst of play rituals, miss a beat. Like both leaping in to resolve an argument as to who'd go first, and forgetting to attach the rope. Up to the waist, and afraid to move, that even a call for help would see the wheat trickle down. The painful consolidation of time, the grains and the hourglass grotesquely swollen, and that acrid chemical smell of treated wheat coaxing them into a near dead sleep.
Our third presenter tonight is Arden Brennan. Arden is a senior at GHS. Her idol is Walt Disney. She plans to study film next year. As of right now, Arden's favorite movie is La La Land.
The Legend by Garrett Hongo. In Chicago, it is snowing softly, and a man has just done his wash for the week. He steps into the twilight of early evening carrying a wrinkled shopping bag full of neatly folded clothes, and for a moment enjoys the feel of warm laundry, crinkled paper, flannel-like against his gloveless hands. There is a Rembrandt glow on his face, a triangle of orange in the hollow of his cheek, as the last flash of sunset blazes the storefronts and lit windows of the street. He is Asian, Thai, or Vietnamese, and very skinny, dressed as one of the poor in rumpled suit pants and a plaid mackinaw, dingy and too large. He negotiates the slick of ice on the sidewalk by his car, opens the Fairlane's back door, leans to place the laundry in, and turns for an instant toward the flurry of footsteps and cries of pedestrians as a boy. That's all he ever was. Backs from the corner package store, shooting a pistol, firing it once at the dumbfounded man who falls forward, grabbing at his chest. A few sounds escape from his mouth, a babbling no one understands as people surround him, bewildered at his speech. boy is gone, lost in the light array of foot traffic dappling the snow with fresh prints. Tonight I read about Descartes' grand courage to doubt everything except his own miraculous existence, and I feel so distinct from the wounded man lying on the concrete, I am ashamed. Let the night sky cover him as he dies. Let the weaver girl cross the bridge of heaven and take up his cold hands. In memory of J. Kashimura.
Our fourth presenter this evening is Sam Martell. He is a senior at GHS. He's been competing in Poetry Out Loud since his freshman year, and he would like to thank the English teachers he's been fortunate enough to have been being so supportive throughout his high school years. He is also in Model Congress.
You left me alone up here to figure this. Wait, oh.
It's really difficult.
No, it is. Am I touching? No, Mr. Malloy, am I touching the right? I can't see the. Oh, I found it. It's that knob. I get one. Pass the knob. All right. Well, fine. All right, Sam. Constancy to an Ideal Object by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Since all that beat about in nature's range, or veer or vanish, why shouldst thou remain the only constant in a world of change? O yearning thought that livest but in the brain, call to the hours that in the distance play, the fairy people of the future day. Fond thought, not one of all that shining swarm will breathe on thee with life and kindling breath, till when, like strangers, sheltering from a storm, hope and despair meet in the porch of death. Yet still thou haunts me, and though well I see, she is not thou, and only thou art she. Still, as though some dear embodied good, some living love before my eyes there stood, with answering look already here to lend, I mourn to thee, and say, ah, loveliest friend, that this the meed of all my toils might be, to have a home, an English home, in thee. Vain repetition. Home and thee are one. The peaceful's caught, the moon shall shine upon, lulled by the thrush, and wakened by the lark. Without thee, were but a becalmed bark, whose helmsman on an ocean waste and wide sits mute and pale, his mouldering helm beside. And art thou nothing? Such thou art, as when the woodman, winding westward up the glen at wintry dawn, where o'er the sheep tracks maze the viewless snow mist weaves a glistening haze, sees full before him, gliding without tread, an image with a glory round its head. The enamored rustic worships its fair hues, nor knows he makes the shadow he pursues.
The next contestant tonight is Autumn Hirsch. Autumn is a freshman. She enjoys theater and singing. Right now she's involved in the GHS production of The Addams Family. She'll also be representing GHS at the upcoming Destination Imagination Tournament. This is her first time doing Poetry Out Loud, and she looks forward to participating in the future as well.
Blow, blow, thou winter wind, by William Shakespeare. Blow, blow, thou winter wind, Thou art not so unkind as man's ingratitude. Thy tooth is not so keen because thou art not seen, although by breath be rude. Hey ho, sing hey ho unto the green holly. Most friendship is feigning, most loving mere folly. Then hey ho the holly, this life is most jolly. Freeze, freeze thou bitter sky, that dost not bite so nigh, as benefits forgot. Though the water's warm, thy sting is not so sharp, as friend remembered not. Hey ho, sing hey ho unto the green holly.
Next, we'll have William Robinson. Peterson. William Peterson. William is a junior at GHS. He is in Model Congress and has been an archive for... Should I just read this one?
That's my handwriting, I apologize. He's been active in Model Congress and has been also participated in the GHS Chorus, Select Vocal Ensemble, as well as a number of musicals. This is Will's first year participating in Poetry Out Loud.
Ode on Solitude by Alexander Pope. Happy the man whose wish and care a few paternal acres bound, content to breathe his native air and his own ground, whose herds with milk, whose fields with bread, whose flocks supply him with attire, whose trees in summer yield him shade and winter fire. Blessed, who can unconcernedly find hours, days, and years slide soft away, in health of body, peace of mind, quiet by day, sound sleep by night, study and ease together mixed, sweet recreation and innocence, which most does please, with meditation. Thus let me live unseen, unknown, thus unlamented let me die, steal from the world, and not a stone tell where I lie. Thank you.
Next, we're going to have Jenna Tibble. Jenna is a sophomore here at Goffstown High School. Apart from being involved in the theater productions, she is currently on the Goffstown varsity cheer team. This is her first time participating in Poetry Out Loud, and she is super excited to show her friends and family the results of her hard work. Jenna is eager to compete alongside her longtime friend and classmates. A special thank you to the audience members. Enjoy.
I will be reciting Please Don't by Tony Hoagland. Tell the flowers, they think the sun loves them. The grass is under the same simple-minded impression about the rain, the fog, the dew, and when the wind blows, it feels so good. They lose control of themselves and swab toggle wildly around, bumping accidentally into their slender neighbors. Forget the little lowest eaters. Solar-powered hydroholics, drawing nourishment up through stems into their thin green skin. High on the expensive chemistry of mitochondrial explosion, believing that the dirt loves them. The night, the stars, reaching down a little deeper with their pale albino roots, all dizzy, Gillespie with the utter sufficiency of everything. They don't imagine lawnmowers, the 4 stomachs of the cow, or human beings with boots who stop to marvel at their exquisite flexibility and color. They persist in their soft-headed hallucination of happiness. But please don't mention it, not yet. Tell me, what could you possibly gain from being right?
Our next contestant is Christina Chiquets. Christina's a senior. She plays the violin and loves music. She has intentions to become a forensic toxicologist after high school. To quote La La Land, here's to the fools who dream.
Fishing on the Susquehanna in July by Billy Collins. I have never been fishing on the Susquehanna, or on any river for that matter, to be perfectly honest. Not in July or any month have I had the pleasure, if it is a pleasure, of fishing on the Susquehanna. I am more likely to be found in a quiet room like this one, a painting of a woman on the wall, a bowl of tangerines on the table, trying to manufacture the sensation of fishing on the Susquehanna. There is little doubt that others have been fishing on the Susquehanna, rowing upstream in a wooden boat, sliding the oars under the water, then raising them to drip in the light. But the nearest I have ever come to fishing on the Susquehanna was one afternoon in the museum in Philadelphia, when I balanced a little egg of time in front of a painting in which that river curled around a bend under a blue cloud-ruffled sky, dense trees along the banks, and a fellow with a red bandana sitting in a small green flat-bottomed boat holding the thin whip of a pole. That is something I am unlikely ever to do, I remember saying to myself and the person next to me. Then I blinked and moved on to other American scenes of haystacks, water whitening over rocks, even one of a brown hair who seemed so wired with alertness, I imagined him springing right out of the frame.
Our next presenter is Garrett Gifford. Garrett is a senior and the school slam poetry winner, and would now like to transfer his love for poetry to Poetry Out Loud. In his free time, Garrett likes to write music and lyrics, and this background in music is what inspired him to get into reciting poetry.
Yeah, Garrett. Good job, Garrett.
Kindness by Yusef Kamanyuka or Carol Rigolo. When deeds splay before us, precious as gold, and unused chances stripped from the wine bone, we know the moment kind-heartedness walks in. Each praise be echoes us back as the years uncount themselves, eating salt. Though blood first shaped us on the climbing wheel, the human mind lit by the savannah's ice star and thistle rose, your knowing gaze enters a room and opens the day, saying we were made for fun. Even the bedazzled brute knows when sunlight falls through leaves across home knives on the table. If we see it push shadows aside, growing closer, are we less broken? Barometer, temperature gauge, a ruler minus fractions and pedigrees, a thingamajig, a probe with an all-seeing eye. What do we need to measure kindness? Every unheld breath, every unkind leap year. Sometimes a sober voice is enough to calm the waters and drive away the false witnesses, saying, look, Here are the broken treaties beauty brought to us, earthbound sentinels.
Our next presenter tonight is Caitlin Boschman. Caitlin's a freshman here at GHS. She loved Goffstown High School so far, and she's very excited to be part of Poetry Out Loud. Just wait till you get to sophomore year. It's okay, it's all good. Caitlin loves to sing, dance, and act, and is currently in the musical The Addams Family. She would like to thank Ms. Posen and Ms. Boschman for helping her get to this point.
Ode by Arthur O'Shaughnessy. We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams, wandering by lone sea breakers and sitting by desolate streams. World losers and world forsakers, on whom the pale moon gleams, yet we are the movers and shakers of the world forever it seems. With wonderful deathless ditties, we build up the world's great cities, and out of a fabulous story, we fashion an empire's glory. One man with a dream at pleasure shall go forth and conquer a crown, and three with the new song's measure can trample an empire down. We, in the ages line, in the buried past of the earth, built Nineveh with our sign, and Babel itself with our mirth, and o'erthrew them with prophesying to the old of the new world's worth. For each age is a dream that is dying, or one that is coming to birth. Thank you.
Well, that's it for round one, and we're going to enter round two. Same 10 contestants in the same order as before.
I'd like to welcome back up to the stage Catherine Wentz.
I'll be performing Dear Reader by Rita Mae Reese. You have forgotten it all. You've forgotten your name, where you lived, who you loved, why. I am simply your nurse, terse and unlovely. I point to things and remind you what they are. Chair, book, daughter, soup. And when we are alone, I tell you what lies in each direction. This way is death. And this way, after a longer walk, is death. And this way is death, but you won't see it until it is right in front of you. Once after niece had been to visit you, and I said something about how you must love her, or she must love you, or something useless like that. You gripped my forearm in your terrible, swift hand and said, she is everything. You gave me a shake. Everything to me. And then you fell back into the well, deep into the well of everything. And I stand at the edge and call, chair, book, daughter, soup.
Next up is Patrick Madden.
Nude Descending a Staircase by X.J. Kennedy. Toe after toe, a snowing flesh, a gold of lemon, root, and rind. She sifts in sunlight down the stairs with nothing on, nor on her mind. We spy beneath the banister, a constant thresh of thigh on thigh. Her lips imprint the swinging air that parts to let her parts go by. One woman waterfall, she wears her slow descent like a long cape, and pausing on the final stair, collects her motions into shape.
Our next presenter is Arden Brennan.
Again, can y'all hear me? Okay. The Seekers of Lice by Arthur Rimbaud, translated by Warren Flake. When the child's forehead, full of red torments, implores the white swarm of indistinct dreams, there come near his bed two tall, charming sisters with slim fingers that have silvery nails. They seat the child in front of a wide open window where the blue air bathes a mass of flowers, and in his heavy hair, where the dew falls, move their delicate, fearful, and enticing fingers. He listens to the singing of their apprehensive breath, which smells of long, rosy plant honey, in which, at times, a hiss interrupts saliva caught on the lip or desire for kisses. He hears their black eyelashes beating in the perfumed silence, and their gentle electric fingers make, in his half-drunken indolence, the death of the little lice crackle under their royal nails, and the wine of sloth rises in him, the sigh of anharmonica which could bring on delirium the child feels, according to the slowness of the caresses surging in him and dying continuously, a desire to cry.
Sam Martell.
Thank you, Mr. Malone. Yeah, that works perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
From The People, Yes, by Carl Sandburg. Lincoln, he was a mystery in smoke and flags, saying yes to the smoke, yes to the flags, yes to the paradoxes of democracy, yes to the hopes of government of the people, by the people, for the people. No to debauchery of the public mind. No to personal malice, nursed and fed. Yes to the Constitution when a help. No to the Constitution when a hindrance. Yes to man as a struggler amid illusions. Each man fated to answer for himself. Which of the faiths and illusions of mankind must I choose for my own sustaining light to bring me beyond the present wilderness? Lincoln. Was he a poet? And did he write in verses? I have not willingly planted a thorn in any man's bosom. I shall do nothing through malice. What I deal with is too vast for malice. Death was in the air. So was birth.
back Autumn Hirsch.
After the Winter by Claude McKay. Someday, when trees have shed their leaves, and against the morning's white, the shivering birds beneath the eaves have sheltered for the night, and we'll turn our faces southward, love, toward the summer isle, where bamboos spire the shafted grove, and wide Mount orchids smile. And we'll seek the quiet hill, where towers the cotton tree, and leaps the laughing chrysorhyl, and works the droning bee. And we will build a cottage there, beside an open glade, with black-robed bluebells blowing near, and ferns that never fade.
Will Peterson.
Mingus at the Showplace by William Matthews. I was miserable, of course, for I was 17. And so I swung into action and wrote a poem. And it was miserable, for that was how I thought poetry worked. You digested experience and chat literature. It was 1960 at the Showplace, long since defunct, on West 4th Street. And I sat at the bar, casting beer money from a thin reel of ones. The kid in the city, big ears like a puppy. And I knew Mingus was a genius. I knew 2 other things, but they were wrong as it happened. So I made him look at the poem. There's a lot of that going around, he said. And sweet baby Jesus, he was right. He laughed amiably. He didn't look as if he thought bad poems were dangerous the way some poets do. If they were baseball executives, they'd plot to destroy sandlots everywhere so that the game could be saved from children. Of course, later that night he fired his pianist in mid-number and flurried him from the stand. We've suffered a diminuendo in personnel, he explained, and the band played on.
And next we're going to have Jen and Thibault.
I will be reciting My Prime of Youth is But a Frost of Cares by Chidok Tishborn. My prime of youth is but a frost of cares. My feast of joy is but a dish of pain. My crop of corn is but a field of tares. And all my good is but vain hope of gain. The day is gone, and yet I saw no sun. And now I live, and now my life is done. The spring is past, and yet it hath not sprung. The fruit is dead, but yet the leaves are green. My youth is gone, and yet I am but young. I saw the world, and yet I was not seen. My thread is cut, and yet it was not spun. And now I live, and now my life is done. I sought my death and found it in my womb. I looked for life and saw it was a shade. I trod the earth and knew it was my tomb. And now I die, and now I am but made. The glass is full, and now the glass is run. Now I live, and now my life is done.
Next up is Christina Chiquette.
The Woman at the Washington Zoo by Randall Jerome. Can I restart? The Woman at the Washington Zoo by Randall Jerome. The saris go by me from the embassies, cloth from the moon, cloth from another planet. They look back at the leopard like the leopard. And in this print of mine, that has kept its color alive through so many cleanings, the dull null navy I wear to work and wear it from work, and so to my bed, so to my grave, with no complaints, no comments, neither from my chief, the deputy chief assistant, nor his chief. Only I complain. This serviceable body that no sunlight dyes, no hand suffuses, but dome-shadowed, withering among columns, wavy beneath fountains. Small, far off, shining in the eyes of animals, these beings trapped as I am trapped, but not themselves the trap, aging, but without knowledge of their age, kept safe here, knowing not of death for death. Oh, bars of my own body, open, open. The world goes by my cage and never sees me, and there come not to me as come to these, the wild beasts, sparrows pecking the llama's grain, pigeons settling on the bear's bread, buzzards tearing the meat that the flies have clouded. Vulture, when you come for the white rat that the foxes left, take off the red helmet of your head and step to me as man. The wild brother, at whose feet the white wolves fawn, to whose hand of power the great lioness stalks, purring. You know what I was. You see what I am. Change me. Change me.
Hey, Garrett.
Next we'll have Garrett Gifford.
Novel by Arthur Rimbaud, translated by Wallace Fowler. 1. We aren't serious when we're 17. One fine evening, to hell with beer and lemonade, noisy cafes with their shining lamps. We walk under the green linden trees of the park. The lindens smell good in the good June evenings. At times the air is so scented that we close our eyes. The wind, laden with sounds, the town isn't far, has the smell of grapevines and beer. 2. There you can see a very small patch of dark blue, framed by a little branch, pinned up by a naughty star that melts in gentle quivers, small and very white. Night in June, 17 years old, we are overcome by it all. The sap is champagne and goes to our head. We talked a lot and feel a kiss on our lips, trembling there like a small insect. 3. Our wild heart moves through novels like Robinson Crusoe. when, in the light of a pale street lamp, a girl goes by, attractive and charming, under the shadow of her father's terrible collar. And as she finds you incredibly naive, while clicking her little boots, she turns abruptly and in a lively way, then Caventinas die on your lips. 4. You are in love. Occupied until the month of August, you are in love. Your sonnets make her laugh. All your friends go off. You are ridiculous. Then, one evening, the girl you worship deigned to write to you. That evening, you return to the bright cafes. You ask for beer or lemonade. We're not serious when we are 17, and when we have green linden trees in the park.
And I'd like to welcome back Caitlin Motion.
Backdrop addresses Cowboy by Margaret Atwood. Star-spangled cowboy, sauntering out of the almost silly west. On your face, a porcelain grin, tugging a papier-mâché cactus on wheels behind you with a string. You are innocent as a bathtub, full of bullets. Your righteous eyes, your laconic trigger fingers people the streets with villains. As you move, the air in front of you blossoms with targets, and you leave behind you a heroic trail of desolation. Beer bottles, slaughtered by the side of the road, bird skulls bleaching in the sunset. I ought to be watching from behind a cliff for a cardboard storefront. When the shooting starts, hands clasped in admiration, but I am elsewhere. Then what about me? What about the I confronting you on that border you are always trying to cross? I am the horizon you ride towards, the thing you can never lasso. I am also what surrounds you. My brain, scattered with your tin cans, bones, empty shells, the litter of your invasions. I am the space you desecrate as you pass through. Thank you.
Well, that marks the end of all of our recitations tonight. I'd like all of our presenters, if you could, let's give them all a good round of applause. In a minute or two, I'm going to ask our judges, Marilyn Fenton, to come up and announce tonight's winner and runners-up. But while we're waiting, we have to stretch just a little bit while we wait for all of the math to be taken care of and make sure we have the scoring done exactly right. I just want to make a couple of quick observations. One is that from top to bottom this year, our presenters were a strong group. Secondly, we have freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors really represented here tonight. And I think that's just tremendous. It shows a lot for our future at Poetry Out Loud as well. And one other thing is that I'm impressed with the number of students that are here tonight supporting their friends. If you're a student from GHS here tonight supporting your friends, can we hear from you? Great, that's as good as all our finished sporting events. And I'd really like to hear that, the English department. While I'm waiting, I know the house lights are down. There couldn't be a better English department to work with here at GHS. Well, we like to respect each other, even when we differ in our approaches from time to time. And we really seem to get along well. And that's just It's just tremendous, I think, for students and for the whole department. Who's in the room? Who's our lead teacher here? Okay, well, we'll get her back in the room in a minute, and we'll introduce her when it comes time. Would you like to talk a little bit about your experience after you won last year and where you went from here? Yeah. Because that's
Wow, you guys are doing fantastic, way better than I did. Congratulations to the freshmen that are here, though. You guys are awesome. I remember when I was a freshman here, I just kind of stood on the stage and I was like quivering a little bit, shaking, you know, like hoping nobody was looking at me, waiting for it to be over. But you guys did great. I'm really blown away listening to all of you guys. It's been incredible. So after I was here, I went to the regional competition at New England College it was at. And it's kind of cool, actually, when you get to go to other places and you get to meet all these new people. I made a lot of friends, still in contact with a bunch of them, so that's pretty cool. So you get to go in this little green room, that's what they call it. It's very professional. And there's lots of snacks. I tried to fit them all in my pockets. Got in trouble, so don't do that. But have fun, relax, breathe. You guys are doing great. So it's a really incredible experience, and I learned a lot about myself and a lot about how poetry resonates in my life, and I continue to do it today when not today, but like in my life today, I guess. So at Wheaton we have these things, they're open mic nights every other Wednesday, and it's in this little coffee house that we have on campus, and people just walk up and just start singing or reciting poetry or whatever. I was the only one that did a poem by someone else, so everybody's like, what is happening? But it's pretty cool. You can take what you do here and you can move it to other places in your life. It's great for public speaking. You get really comfortable on stage. I mean, you have to present in front of lots of different people you don't even know. So it's pretty cool, but regionals is pretty relaxed. It's very kind of folksy. I don't know. It's great. But listen to other people, watch YouTube videos, practice in your bedroom, look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself you're awesome because you are. It takes a lot of guts to come up here and stand in front of people, not only to stand in front of your peers and family and friends and judges, people that are criticizing you for your every move, but it's hard to recite someone else's words. You have to make it your own story. And I guess that would be my one piece of advice to all of you guys, is take your poem and turn it into your own story. That's what's gonna make the poem come to life. Is you gotta get the audience to understand how you feel about the poem and what the poem is like for you. Even if it has nothing to do with your life, make it be your life. Experience that poem in every way that you can. So, are we ready? Can I stop
I don't know any jokes suitable.
All formed out today. I'm good.
Yeah, do you want to do your slam? Good, come on up and do the slam. Come on, Brad.
I want to make everyone cry and stuff. Come on. Ma, you want to step out for this one? Right. No, you good? Okay. All right. This is called My Rock, and it's for my mother. Aww. see if I remember this time. Thinking back. Let me take a second to reminisce. Thinking back to when you were around and what I missed. I'm trying to steady my thoughts, but my mind's racing. I'm wondering if I can catch what I've been chasing for so many years. Love, happiness, and so many tears. It's crazy how things change. I mean, I'm so grateful, but I wish it was different. And I wish you were faithful to the ones I love. And yeah, also me. But I know my wishes can never ever set you free. Cause we had our good times and yeah, I know we had our bad. But I guess that shit was just a fad. Cause now you left me feeling sad and wondering why I ever had the courage to call you my dad. I know. Who am I to complain? I'm a privileged young kid who doesn't even know pain. But maybe just ask my sister and then you can pick the brain of someone who knows what it's like to grow up with this man in your life and then have him stab you in the back with a knife. A man who thinks you're less important than a pipe and girls appealing to his sight. I wish I could take a bite of his corrupted mind. Does he think about us now? Does he wish he could rewind? If I could go inside and see, well, maybe then I'll find a second chance or just some more messed up visions of crime. I don't know. The worst feeling in the world is to see your mom struggle. She's going to work and yet still has to juggle between being a mom and dealing with this son of a bitch thinking he got money but he ain't really rich. Because secretly he's losing everything that even exists. And at the same time, my mom is just trying to keep. The ground is slowly slipping away right under her feet. She's praying 24 hours and 7 days a week. She's praying for the weak. She's praying like, why does he have to deceive, lie, and cheat and still never miss the beat? Yeah, she's the best. And I know we all say that, but this time it's for real, so you know I don't play that. For once, all of this is just coming straight from my soul. I'm wondering how to completely fill this very deep hole. I don't know. I'm going right back in. All this for my next of kin. Because in this shitty situation, there is no lose or win. Every time I think that I'm about to sin, I just turn my attention and then I start to think of him. I know this is also grim, but it's taught me a lot. I gotta treat girls right and stay the hell away from pot. That's what my mom always says. Damn, she's my rock. She's a reason for everything that I've got. That's why I'm creating this plot. I gotta go get my spot. I gotta do something with my life, and then I'll never ever stop. And when I think of giving up, I'll just think about the shot that she took for us. She carried us, and she never ever dropped. Yeah, she's our rock. Yeah, she's my rock. She just keeps on pushing, and I've never seen her fold. I'm trying to think of a person with an ever bumpier road. She's always thinking about me. Damn, I wish she could see what being a father could be by just looking at what she has gone through for our family, and she raised a fighter in me, and I think my sisters agree. My mother set us free. This ain't just for myself, and this ain't a cry for help. I'm just saying, without family, then what the hell is wealth? I don't know.
There's no way to stop that. We have house lights up just a little bit. Let's see what's going on. No? Is it possible to get the house lights up just a little bit? I'd like to see what's going on. There we go. Good. And we can see when the scorekeeper Steve show up here. I have a confession to make. The English department is doing the scoring tonight. But she should lead the math department. They're unable to be there. So I'm sure there's someone out there who's knowledgeable that's checking our work. I'm not sure if it's correct. I I also see a number of families here tonight. If you're a family member of one of these students, you just sort of wave and see who's out here. That's terrific. It's our experience that it's family support for activities like this that make our students succeed and make Goffstown such a good place to be a teacher and I think to be a student as well. So thank you, families. How are we doing? Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we get all the contestants up here for some pictures? We'll take pictures and get some gift bags for you all. Flash photography is now up.
You want some water?
You going? Well, Garrett.
Okay, push it together. Okay, thanks. Here we go.
What camera do I look at? Where do I look?
Just look at me.
Looks like
You're a star!
Let's look at this straight. Sorry. That's a flat. Come on, baby. It's a flat. Is that good? Good?
Man, I don't know. Has anyone actually looked into this? Or just like, I do it. I don't know. It's Sam. It's Sam.
Are we still taking pictures?
Look good, babe.
I can't tell.
I don't know. Yeah! Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Anyone else?
I'd like to I wrote, so
Suspense is killing me.
Oh, look at this. We're on video? It's really weird. Wow. It's almost like it's perfect. Does anyone have like a hi mom sign? Like,
I'd like to welcome our head judge, our lead judge, Marilyn Fenton.
First, thanks to Lexi for giving us a peek into life in the arts after high school. We appreciate your input tonight, Lexi. Mr. Malloy likens your enthusiastic support tonight to a sporting event It is indeed a sporting event, isn't it? I do, being in college now full-time, I miss the courage, the willingness to take risks that you all do, the honest, often raw emotion of high school. Yet so many of you keep stepping up and taking those risks and accepting the opportunity that is given to you so well by Goffstown High School. I congratulate each of you on a job well done tonight. The winners this evening, I'll start with the third runner-up, and that is to Patrick Bannon. Our second runner-up is Garrett Gifford. Thank you for that at the end. I enjoyed it enormously. Our winner tonight is Jenna Teagle.
Can I get a picture of the winners, please?
Yes,
Thank you for coming this evening. Thank you for coming this evening. Wrong mic, I got a choice of mics here. Thank you for coming, and thank you for your wonderful support of these fine people tonight. Appreciate it. Have a great evening.